Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Today is Friday and it's our last podcast of the week, and I decided to share with you a story of one of my clients that I believe can help a lot of you guys. It helped me at some point in my life to realize that and start using this in my life. This lesson in my life, and I believe it will help you also to finally do the things, those new habits, healthy eating habits or exercise habits or work habits or relationship habits, any habit or routine that you'd like to start that you know is gonna improve your life, but for some reason, and you might find out that that is the exact reason that we are going to talk about today, that stops you from doing that things that you know gonna improve your life. That's definitely again was the case in my life at some point, and it still is in some areas of my life or from time to time, and it's a good reminder for me too that let's just start this story and you'll find out what I'm talking about. So the client of mine, he had this thing that he wanted to start working out regularly because he felt that this will help him to improve his life on many levels, improve his health, that he can then invest into his family and into his business. That's going to help him to improve his energy levels and also work on his sometimes not managed drinking and smoking, and it will help him with stress and just will improve his life. So he wanted to start exercising on a regular basis, and we decided to do Skype coaching, Skype workouts every single morning, 6 days a week, but he kept not showing up. And he paid me for a few months in advance, but he kept not showing up. And then when I would ask him, why don't you show up? He, of course, had valid excuses, like, I have work, family, kids. But that, for me, my work is to help people. I want to help people. Like, I want people to improve their lives. And money do not bring me happiness. What brings me happiness and meaning into my life is when my work is meaningful to other people. And when somebody just pays me and doesn't show up, it's frustrating for me too. And so one day we finally got together on Skype for a conversation, and I simply asked him, so what's going on? What's happening? Why aren't you showing up? You know you want to do this. You told me you want to do this. You were paying me to do the coaching, to do our workouts together. So why aren't you showing up? And so his story, in his head, this was the whole story. In the morning, when our coaching sessions, our workout sessions are scheduled. He would have to he would tell me I have to take the kids to school. I have newborn baby, and she's only a few weeks old, and I have to have to help your mom sometimes, and then I gotta get to work. I got to prepare for work, and then I need to go to bed early to get ready for our workout session or coaching sessions, and then on top of that, I want to change my eating habits and my drinking, my smoking habits, and I want to change my whole life. So and for our workouts, he would have to show up. He would have to dress certain way. Then he would have to take a few minutes off after the workout and take a shower and prepare himself for the day ahead. And so in his head, this exercise thing, this coaching session that was, by the way, 10-15 minutes, would turn out to be that complicated thing that he had to do, and he would basically in his head had to change his whole life to just do that one thing. And so what did we do? I asked him, so why don't you look at this exercise coaching thing as one thing and one thing only? Think that you just need to show up for, and you don't need to do anything else. You don't have to think about your sleep at the moment. You don't have to think about your healthy eating or smoking or drinking or work or getting ready and putting on some specific clothing. Nothing. Just show up every single morning. Just show up. That's it. That's all you have to do. Show up. That's it. You dress whatever you dress around the house, and you show up. We do our thing, and then you can do whatever you want. 10-15 minutes. You're gonna waste those minutes anyway doing something else. It doesn't make a huge difference in your day. So just show up. Look at it as this simple thing. And after a while, he wrote to me that, he felt really liberated by that thing, that he doesn't have to do all of those things and make such a huge change in his life. He feels now liberated, and he's now showing up, because now for him, this is a simple thing. He just shows up for 10-15 minutes a day, and that's it. And the rest of his day is for him to do whatever he wants to do, whatever he needs to do, whatever he has to do. So once we simplified that thing in his head, everything else started to fall into place. And so the lesson from this story is, guys, sometimes, very often actually, we just need to simplify things, at least in our head, and start one step at a time. You don't have to change your whole life around. In fact, you probably won't be able to change your whole life around. That just, for most of us, is not manageable, and it's not possible. If you make peace, if you accept your human condition and understand that you have a complicated life, probably you'll understand that it's not possible for you to do too many things at the same time, to change your whole life around at the same time, and also, it's important to make things simple, not more complicated. There was a study also I wanted to share with you, a fun study. And they basically took a group of people who was exercising regularly and then another group of people who was not. And they asked people about, tell me what exercise means to you, what's your exercise routine looks like in your head. And people who exercised regularly, in that particular case, they were running every single morning. They said, well, I love running because it's such a simple thing. You just put on your shoes and you run. People who did not exercise, when the researchers asked them why they didn't do any exercise in the morning, they said, to exercise, I have to get ready for it. I have to go to bed early. I have to put on my shoes. I have to put on my clothing. I have to get to the gym, to some other exercise facility. And then I have to work out. And then I have to take a shower. And then I have to get ready for work. And da 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 da. You can see the pattern here. Whenever we make something in our head that complicated thing, we tend to not do that. And so the lesson, the takeaway from today's episode is for you to simplify things that you want to do and do just one thing, or maybe a couple of new habits at a time. Once you have the routine, then you can add something else, but not all of it all together, creating this complicated routine. You're just not gonna do it. The same thing, for example, I have this morning walk routine, and it's the thing you gotta do for your circadian rhythm health, for healthy sleep, for healthy energy levels. And so when I advise it to people like, well, I gotta, dress certain way, and I gotta, for women, put on makeup, and then I have my whole day, I have to prepare for work, I have to get ready my kids for school or whatever. But then in my head, getting out there for a walk in the morning is a 20-minute thing. I put on whatever I put on, like maybe jeans and shirt, depending on the weather. I put no makeup, I make no preparation for the walk. So I just put on clothing, I get out, I do my walk, I get in, and I continue my day. So for me, this is a very simple thing. For people who find it complicated, they just make it complicated in your head. So guys, think about the routines, the habits that you want to do. Find the ones that you feel are the most important for you right now. Work only on those really, really few things, one or two things, and then make it really simple in your head. Make it really simple and easy to start, like super easy. Work on micro habits, on this micro thing. If you want to start, for example, eating healthy, then maybe start eating vegetables at every meal. That's it. Don't count calories, don't count macronutrients, don't fast, don't do anything. Just change that one thing. Once you make this thing a routine, a habit that you do consistently for a couple of weeks, then add something on top of it. So make it super simple. And if you don't know how to eat your vegetables, get some frozen vegetables, I don't know, broccoli, and just put it in your food while cooking, or steam it, or make it in your microwave, put some healthy sauce on it, and that's it. Make it super, super simple. And that's how you build new habits, and that's how over time you change your life, not by making things too complicated so you never do them and decide to give up because in your head it's too complicated and you're just unable to do it for some reason. So don't overcomplicate things, make things simple, simplify things, do just a couple of new things, one new thing at a time, one new habit, and that's it. And that's how we all can make better progress towards meaningful to our things in our life that we want to work on. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you found it very useful, and have a wonderful weekend. Think about new habits that you want to start on Monday or maybe tomorrow on Saturday. Something simple, something that will influence your life in a positive way. So think about it, schedule it, make it super simple, and as the saying goes, just do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all. I wish you a super healthy, fit, and active and joyous weekend. Until next time, as usual, eat better daily.